My very special thanks to Jim and Dan of Wax Trax Records.
Why would anybody want to move to Chicago? I've been to Chicago. There's nothing going on there.
Wax Trax Records label. You may leave as long a message as you like at the beep. Thank you.
Oh, you know, there's these guys that are going to move here and open up a record store. Bootleg Bowie, wow.
Walking into somewhere like that, it was just like, you know, a kid in a candy store.
Cool social shit was going on. Not just music, it's a scene. It's a social scene. It's a fashion scene.
It was really weird to see a place that was literally built for people like me, and it was magical.
It was a John Waters film come alive.
Jim was the aggressive salesman who could sell refrigerators to the Eskimos.
Dannie was always very even-keeled, just kind of mellowed him out and balanced him. And
they realized that sometimes, you know, there was music that had no chance to be on a record, so why don't we produce it ourselves and create a label?
Getting a hold of the bands, convincing them to come to Chicago, organizing the venues.
My introduction to the whole sort of, how do you get a record made? Because I was just out of, people didn't do that, companies did that.
84, I'm 21. My mohawk, in the plane, everybody's looking at me like I'm an alien, and we're gonna go there to do shows with the kind of music we do. We didn't know what to expect.
If it was a record that didn't really have much of a chance of selling, if he loved it, he wanted to do it.
We'd write a song in the studio and then have to come up with a band and a story for it later.
There was a moment where I was like, wow, these guys don't sleep. You know, they're speeding. They're out of their fucking minds.
Pushing the envelope, sort of what could they get away with?
There were kids that were stuck in small towns that, you know, didn't have access to any of this. By receiving those packages, they didn't feel like they were on a desert island.
A label could act as a curator, you know, as a taste place. I got turned onto a lot of things just by getting the stamp of approval, being under that umbrella.
In retrospect, there's a lot of shit we could have done differently, but if we would have done it differently, it wouldn't have come out as naive as it was when we started.
It's hard to imagine the music scene in Chicago without Jim Nash in it.
Kind of punk rock, kind of new wave, kind of gay, kind of disco.
It was all the other genres going into the meat grinder.
Certain people didn't want to make normal music anymore. They wanted to be kind of fucked up and dissonant.
So DIY thing, you gotta do it yourself or you die.
Always provocative and way out there.
Like, really depraved shit.
They wanted to do something. They want to bring another kind of music to a large audience, and without any concession.
It was like, this shit's cool, and I think people need to hear this.
You know, like that.